Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive deep and uncover that secret sauce, that special ingredient that makes some brands feel so authentic, so memorable, so real. We're talking about the soul of a brand.
All right, so let's just jump right in with a big question. If a brand were an actual person, what would its soul be? You know, that core identity, the part of them that never, ever changes no matter what they're wearing or who they're talking to. Well, the answer to that is what we call its DNA. And listen, this is not just some marketing buzzword. It's the real, internal, foundational truth that defines absolutely everything a brand is and everything it does.
Now, here's the thing you've got to get. Brand DNA isn't what a brand says to the world. It's the core set of beliefs it holds on the inside. A lot of times it comes directly from a founder's personal mission. Like someone who discovers nasty chemicals in cosmetics and just decides, nope, I'm going to create a line that's purely natural. That right there, that personal conviction, that's the seed of the brand's DNA. It's literally the why behind the whole operation, and it goes way beyond just making a profit. A brand with a really strong DNA has a purpose that just energizes the entire team, from the CEO all the way down to the newest intern.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. It's so important to separate this internal truth from what customers like you and me actually see and hear. They're connected for sure, but they are not the same thing. And when there's a disconnect, people can feel it. That's when a brand starts to feel, well, fake or just plain confusing. So check this out. This really breaks it down. Your DNA is your soul. It doesn't change. It's that internal truth. But positioning, that's how you translate that soul into a language that a specific audience is going to understand and connect with. It's the external voice you use to tell the world who you are without ever selling out your core identity.
So, how do you actually build this DNA? Is it just a vibe? Not at all. A strong brand DNA isn't some vague feeling. It's a really solid structure, and it's built on three essential, interconnected parts. It all comes down to these three pillars: the mission, the vision, and the values. Think of them as the three legs of a stool. They work together to form a complete, and this is the most important part, an actionable identity for the brand. All right, first up, mission. This is the brand's ultimate quest out in the world. It's an active statement about the change you're trying to create right now, today. Take a look at these two grocery stores, for example. They both sell food, right? But their missions create completely different experiences. One is about turning shopping into a genuine pleasure, raising the bar. The other is about efficiently giving people their daily necessities. Both are valid missions, but they lead to totally different quests. Okay, next up is the vision. So if the mission is the quest you're on every single day, the vision is the mountain peak you're aiming for way off in the distance. It's that clear, ambitious picture of what success is going to look like 5, maybe 10 years from now. It's what gets the whole team climbing in the same direction. And here's a great example of a powerful vision. What makes it so good? It's specific. It's not just, we want to be the best. It says how they'll be the best, by becoming famous and making sure their graduates are a seal of quality. Now that's a future everyone can get behind and work towards. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, values. These are the brand's non-negotiables, its moral code. These are the rules of the road that guide every single decision, especially when no one's watching. They make sure how you get to the top of the mountain is just as important as getting there. And please, let's be clear. Values are not those boring, cliche words you see on a corporate poster like quality. Who sets out to make a low-quality product? Strong values are principles that lead to real action. When you say radical transparency, that's not just a nice phrase. That means you're actually committing to showing people everything, warts and all. All right, so once you've got your mission, vision, and values locked in, you've built your foundation, now you get to do the fun part. Giving your brand a recognizable personality, a character that people can connect with instantly. And the best way to do that is with an archetype. Think of it as a mental shortcut to connecting with people. It taps into these universal characters, like the hero, the sage, the rebel, that we all just kind of understand because we've seen them in stories our whole lives. So you could be the hero, like Nike, always pushing you to overcome a challenge. Or maybe you're the jester, like Old Spice, bringing some much-needed humor into the world. The point is, once you pick one, it gives you a playbook for how to talk, how to act, how to be. You just instinctively know how a hero brand should sound.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. Mission, vision, values, archetypes. How does it all actually fit together? Well, I'm going to give you a super simple metaphor that makes it all click. Just imagine your brand is the hero of its own movie.
So, in this movie, the main character, the hero of our story, that's your archetype. And what's this hero trying to do? They're on an epic quest, right? Well, that quest, that's your brand's mission. Now, every good story has conflict, right? The hero has to make tough choices. Do they take the easy path or the right one? Well, they're guided by a strict moral code that dictates every move. And that code, that's your brand's values in action. And then we get to the end of the movie. The hero succeeds. The world is changed for the better because of their journey. That big, triumphant, happy ending, that is your brand's vision, fully realized. The quest is complete, and you've created a new reality. See? When you think about it like that, brand strategy stops being this dry, boring business exercise. It becomes an act of storytelling. It gives your brand a soul, a purpose, and a narrative that people can actually believe in. So, I'll leave you with just one question to think about. What story is your brand telling?